I know what is happening in your heart, girl. I know it cause I'm feeling the same. But it is not hard to create a new reality. Let's try do it again. Girl.
Hi guys, so good evening and welcome back to my magical world. It's me, Frostbite Goddess, your favorite celebrity here in the Philippines. It's 11:34 in the evening right now, and today is March 16, 2025, Sunday. Ayan. So I've been cleaning up my room and all the other things, doing household shit for today's video. So I'm really tired, guys. Like, I have pasok tomorrow. But um yeah, so I just have to finish it. I remember, I remember one of my roommates. So she keep saying, because I usually run before, like after my, I usually do marathon. I do a lot of activities. So, and she was like, "Oh my God, how can you do that? You're doing XYZ things." Well, and I still have time, to do running or other things, badminton and all other things, guys, sporty things. So and then just like I just can't do it, like after work, like she's always most of the time really tired. She just wanted to go to bed, so something like that. And I was like, oh my God, now I can feel her. Like, my job is not a desk type job. Basta, guys, in short, I'm tired. Like, I'm always doing something. Kaya on July, I really wanted to rest. July. No, I'm just kidding, guys. No, we can't really tell when, diba? When are we going to start our shit? Basta, let's read na. Okay? I'll start reading for you again. Para, ayan. Kalmahan nyo lang. Hindi maganda yung lighting ko ngayon. Ayoko nang munang mas stress sa mga bagay-bagay. So, bear with me. Or, just let it be. Let it be. Hindi ko na mahanap yung pages natin, guys. Ito nata. Super pagod talaga ako. Like, hindi ko alam kung mag-video ba ako. Ngunit kailangan nating tapusin to, guys. Masyado nang maraming nawalang oras at panahon. Okay? So, such a mind is not constricted by limited experience or habits. It can branch out into all directions and make deep contact with reality. It can explore more dimensions of the world. The conventional mind is passive. It consumes information and regurgitates it. And conventional mind, wait lang guys, tamo, no, I'm so lost. Wait lang. Regurgitates it in familiar forms. The dimensional mind is active, transforming everything it digests into something new and original, creating instead of consuming. It is hard to say exactly why masters are able to retain their childlike spirit while accumulating facts and knowledge, when such a feat has been difficult, if not impossible, for so many. Perhaps they found it harder to let go of childhood, or perhaps at some point they intuited the powers they could have by keeping their childhood spirit alive and bringing it to bear in their work. In any event, achieving the dimensional mind is never easy. Often, the childlike spirit of masters lies dormant in the apprenticeship phase as they patiently absorb all of the details in their fields. This spirit then comes back to them as they attain the freedom and opportunity to active use the knowledge they have gained. Often, it is a struggle, and masters go through a crisis as they deal with the demands of others to conform. Under such pressures, they may try to repress their creative spirit, but often it comes back later with double intensity. Understand, we all possess an inborn creative force that wants to become active. This is the gift of our original mind, which reveals such potential. The human mind is natural creative, constantly looking to make associations and connections between things and ideas. It wants to explore, to discover new aspects of the world, and to invent it. To express this creative force is our greatest desires, and stifling of it the source of our misery. What kills the creative force is not age or lack of talent, but our own spirit, our own attitude. We become too comfortable with the knowledge we have gained in our apprenticeships. We grow afraid of entertaining new ideas and the effort that this requires. To think more flexibly entails a risk we could fail and be ridiculed. We prefer to live with familiar ideas and habits of thinking, but we pay a steep price for this. Our minds go dead from the lack of knowledge, lack of challenge, and novelty. We reach the limit in our field and lose control over our fate because we become replaceable. You are always replaceable, guys, especially in our work. Unless it's your own business, yan. Sa'yo yan, sa'yo yan. So, but nothing is really permanent, so you just really need to do your best to adapt to a lot of changes in our lives, especially when it comes to school. Wait lang guys, I'm thirsty of you. Just kidding. Wait lang. Let's continue, guys. I am so sleepy and all, guys. It's 12 a.m. So what this means, however, is that we equally possess the potential to spark this innate creative force back to life, no matter how old we are. Experiencing a return of this creative force has an immensely therapeutic effect on our spirits and on our career. By understanding how the dimensional mind operates and what helps it flourish, we can consciously revive our mental elasticity and reverse the deadening process. The powers that the dimensional mind can bring are nearly limitless and within the reach of almost all of us. I hope you are doing well, guys. Kasi ako, oh my god, guys, I wanted like a vacation in the island of Caribbean. Look at the case of Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. He is generally considered the epitome of the child prodigy and inexplicably genius. Inexplicable. My God, guys. Bahala na kayo. Intindihin yung mga sinasabi ko. Kasi ngayon talaga hindi the dots is not connecting. So, a freak of nature. How else are we to explain his uncanny abilities at such a young age and the 10-year burst of creative activity at the end of his life that culminated in so many innovations and universally loved works? In truth, his genius and creativity is eminently explicable, which does not at all diminish his achievements. Immersed in and enchanted by music from the very beginning of his life, he brought to his earliest studies a high level of focus and intensity. The mind of our 4-year-old is even more open and impressionable than that of a child a few years older. Much of this powerful attention stemmed from his deep love of music, and so practicing the piano was not some kind of chore or duty, but an opportunity to expand his knowledge and to explore more musical possibilities. By the age of 6, he had accumulated the hours of practice of someone twice his age. The years of touring exposed him to every possible trend and innovation in his time. His mind became filled with an extensive vocabulary of forms and styles. Ayan guys, hindi pa tayo tapos. So, this is just a continuation. I'm gonna make kwento to you guys later, okay? So, ayan. So, in his adolescence, Mozart experienced a typical creative crisis, one that often destroys or derails those who are less tenacious. For close to 8 years, under pressure from his father, the Archbishop, and the court of Salzburg, and bearing the burden of supporting his family, he had to temper his own powerful creative urges. At this critical point, he could have succumbed to the dampening of his spirit and continued to write relatively tame pieces for the court. He would have then ended up among the lesser-known composers of the 18th century. Instead, he rebelled and reconnected with this childlike spirit. That original desire of his to transform the music into his own voice, to realize his dramatic urges in opera, with all of his pent-up energy, his long apprenticeship, the deep level of his knowledge, he naturally exploded with creativity once he had freed himself from his family. The speed with which he could compose such masterpieces is not a reflection of some divine gift, but rather of how powerfully his mind had come to think in musical terms, which he could translate easily onto paper. He was not a freak, but a signpost of the outer reaches of the creative potential we all naturally possess. The dimensional mind has two essential requirements: one, a high level of knowledge about a field or subject, and two, the openness and flexibility to use this knowledge in new and original ways. The knowledge that prepares the ground for creative activity largely comes from a rigorous apprenticeship in which we have mastered all of the basics. Once the mind is freed from having to learn these basics, it can focus on higher, more creative matters. The problem for us all is that the knowledge we gain in apprenticeship phase, including numerous rules and procedures, can slowly become a prison. It locks us into certain methods and forms of thinking that are one-dimensional. Instead, the mind must be forced from its conservative positions and made active and exploratory. Okay, we're done with it, guys. Thank you guys for listening, and thank you for helping me make this world a better place for all of us and for the future generation. I'm gonna post this, and later I'll make a video again.
I know you're looking for a man who can love you to the end and carry out all of your plans. He claims as a friend, 'cause we want to be complete.